Science, technology and innovation to be expanded and commercialized. 11 more vocational college students remanded over bullying. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. You're watching the afternoon edition of News on 2. I'm Jessica Lee. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Najib Tun Razak wants the National Science Council, or NSC, to pay attention to the use of science, technology and innovation, or STI, in order for it to be expanded and commercialized. Now, he said that the STI is the catalyst in the success of various departments and fields, especially the ministries and agencies in the country. Datuk Seri Najib said that the STI is important in drafting the country's long-term plans and meeting the needs of the National Transformation 2050 or TN50.
Saya difahamkan bahawa Ketua Setiausaha Negara sendiri telah menerajui dan menggalakkan metodologi senario scanning digunakan dalam penyediaan plan tindakan negara. Saya begitu teruja apabila Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam kita telah pun pakai metodologi foresight dalam penyediaan plan strategik.
The Prime Minister said he hopes through STI the country's biodiversity can be worked out to generate new industries and promote the ecotourism industry. He said this when chairing the National Science Council's meeting at the Prime Minister's department in Putrajaya yesterday. Petroleum Nasional Berhad, or Petronas, plans to strengthen its presence in India. Towards this end, Petronas Lubricants International, a subsidiary of the National Oil and Gas Company, will invest $150 million in India over the next 5 years to strengthen its lubricant business. Its President and Chief Executive Officer, Datuk Wan Zulkifli Wan Arifin, said the investment includes the construction of a lubricant blending plant with $50 million with a capacity of 110 million litres. Now, the factory will be in Patal Ganga, the western region of India, which will be ready by the first quarter of 2018. To date, Petronas has delivered 15 liquefied natural gas cargoes to India and recently delivered the first cargo produced from its floating LNG production facility, the first such facility in the world, to India. Another 11 senior students from a vocational college in Kuala Terengganu have been remanded for 3 days to facilitate investigation into a bullying case at the college. The remand order was issued by Magistrates Court's Assistant Registrar Rosita Muhammad Said under Section 147 of the Penal Code for rioting in Kuala Terengganu yesterday. Terengganu Police Chief Dato' Aidi Ismail, who confirmed the matter, said 15 other students were remanded from Wednesday until Saturday for alleged involvement in the bullying of 3 fellow students, namely 2 Form 4 students and a Form 5 student.
Jika berlakunya kes-kes yang melibatkan buli ini, nak dilapor segera kepada pihak polis lah. Dan kerjasama pihak sekolah amat diperlukan lah, supaya kes tidak merebak lah.
In a 1:30 a.m. incident on Tuesday, 2 16-year-old students claimed to have sustained bodily injuries following an assault by several senior students. One of them is undergoing treatment at the Sultana Nur Zahira Hospital in Kuala Terengganu. In the other case, a 17-year-old student, Muhammad Luqman Hakim Muhammad Shukri, claimed to have been beaten up twice by the same group of students while at a surau at 9:30 p.m. and at a dormitory about an hour later on Monday. Meanwhile, in connection to the same incident, the State Education Department has denied a report made by an English news portal that 2 of the students were forced to perform oral sex by the senior students. Now, its director, Sharafuddin Ali Hussein, wants the portal to retract its report and apologize as it had given a negative impact to the families involved. Sharafuddin Ali said the information were invalid as it was provided by the students' friends and not the victims themselves.
Kita memang menyiasat semuanya, jadi masa tidak mengakui. Jadi yang paling pentinglah masa. Masa tidak mengakui, ketiga-tiga masa tidak mengakui berlaku perkara tersebut, maka kita percaya pada masa. Dan dalam penyiasatan cikgu-cikgu pun, cikgu dapati ianya tidak berlaku setakat ini lah.
He said this in Kuala Terengganu yesterday. Commenting on the bullying cases of the 3 students, Education Minister Datuk Sri Mahathir Khalid said the ministry will support any form of punishment meted upon students involved in bullying. He said that the ministry is currently looking into proposing the stiffest action that can be taken against them to serve as a deterrent in combating bullying among students.
Sebab tu saya kata buang aja sekolah, tapi peraturan kata tak boleh, kesian kat budak lah. Nanti budak tu nak pergi sekolah kat mana kalau buang. Tapi ialah peraturan kena ikut juga, tapi itulah kena buat yang lebih keras.
Datuk Sri Mahathir said he was disappointed and saddened by the bullying incidents at a vocational college in Terengganu, as major efforts involving various parties were being taken to combat bullying among students. Datuk Sri Mahathir said that parents should also accept the fact that their child is being punished for their action, as it can destroy their future. He said this after opening the Pasir Puteh Wanita UMNO and UMNO Youth Conferences in Pasir Puteh, Kelantan yesterday. A Felda Investment Corporation, or FIC director, and 2 former board members of the company once again turned up at the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, or MACC headquarters in Putrajaya yesterday to facilitate investigations into the FIC purchase of a hotel in Kensington, London. Now, on Tuesday, the trio had been called by the MACC to shed light on the Commission's investigations. MACC Investigation Department Director Datuk Simi Abdul Ghani said the 3 individuals were summoned again to assist in completing the investigation papers. He said they came to the MACC headquarters separately about 11 a.m. and the questioning ended about 6:30 p.m. The MACC has opened an investigation paper on the FIC purchase of the Kensington Hotel between 2013 and 2015 after it was believed the price paid was significantly higher than the market price, causing the Felda subsidiary to incur millions of ringgit in losses. FIC reportedly paid 330 million ringgit for the 4-star hotel on December 16, 2014. The MACC has so far summoned 29 individuals to assist in the investigations. A total of 5 individuals, including a former FIC chief executive officer, have been detained. In a separate case, the MACC arrested 6 individuals, including a financial institution personnel, who were believed to have demanded and received bribes totaling 50,000 ringgit in exchange for handling a personal loan for a teacher. Preliminary investigation found that the amount was in return for managing the personal loan worth 190,000 ringgit. 4 of the suspects, including a woman, were arrested around Rompin Pahang and Skudai Johor and remanded until August 15th, while 2 other women were nabbed in Permas Jaya Johor and remanded for 5 days. Johor MACC Director Dato Azmi Alias, who confirmed the arrests, believed that it was done by a syndicate. The case is being investigated under Section 16, subsection AA of the MACC Act 2009, and if convicted, can be jailed up to 20 years or 5 times the bribe amount, or whichever is higher. Meanwhile, the Immigration Department will place emphasis on 3 critical elements, which are enforcement, prevention and education, in addressing corruption among its officers across the country. Its Director General, Datuk Sri Mustafa Ali, said this is to raise the integrity level of its officers and staff.
Dia mesti dengan rangkaian 3 perkara, 3 strategi. Penguatkuasaan, tindakan punitif, itu kita buat yang pertama. Yang kedua, kita pastikan sistem prosedur, iaitu prevention. Ya? Yang ketiganya tentang education. Kenapa saya sebut 3-3 ni? Apabila kita membuat tindakan pendidikan, menyedarkan, memberi elemen-elemen pengertian dalam murni, maka di sini akan ada nanti penghayatan mereka mengatakan menolak, menangkis rasuah.
Datuk Sri Mustafa said this after leading the corruption-free pledge taken by the Labuan Immigration Department personnel in Labuan yesterday. Also in attendance was Labuan Immigration Department Director Ahmad Ali and Labuan MACC Assistant Commissioner Abdul Amin Abdullah. Speaking on the pledge taken, Datuk Sri Mustafa said that this will create awareness among civil servants, especially the authorities, to avoid corruption. The Election Commission, EC, has denied being involved in the production of a video clip connected to the voter registration campaign for the coming 14th General Election, G14, which it viewed as seditious. Its chairman, Datuk Sri Muhammad Hashim Abdullah, in a statement stressed that the Commission will not hesitate to take legal action on those involved, as the logo has been misused as a way to create confusion among the people. Datuk Sri Muhammad Hashim said the 1-minute 40-second video in Mandarin, which went viral on social media, had used the Commission's logo and its website address at the end of its video. He added that the EC had warned those involved not to use its logo for any production or campaign without permission. Now, police detained 61 individuals for possession of drugs, an air rifle and a sword discovered during an operation codenamed Ops Sarang at several Felda areas in Kuantan, Pahang. Now, all those detained were aged between 18 and 45 years old. Kuantan District Police Chief ACP Abdul Aziz Saleh said police also seized drugs of various types worth thousands of ringgit after conducting 74 inspections during the 2-day operation. 8 officers and 50 members from various agencies were involved in the operation at Felda Pancing and Felda Lepar Hilir, which was conducted based on the intelligence obtained from a previous Special Ops Sarang.
Anggaran keseluruhan rampasan ini bernilai 21,000. Ya, selain daripada itu, pihak polis juga telah berjaya merampas 1 laras senapang angin.
Of the 61 individuals arrested, 44 of them were tested positive for drugs. All those detained have been placed under remand for 4 days.